Well, remember last New Year, everyone was ready to let the door hit 2020 on the way out, and then we got into 2021 and realized, oh, a new date does not fix all our problems after all. Well, as we head into 2022, it's time to find ways to strengthen our resilience because there is no telling what the new year will bring. Stanford professor Dr. Greg Hammer, a mindfulness expert, joins us now with some strategies to thrive in the new year. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. How are you?
Wonderful to be with you, Alyssa.
So it's very obvious that we don't know if 2022 is going to bring any changes. So we have no control after that, but we can control how stress and worry affect us. So tell us how stress and worry negatively affect our body and our brains.
Yes, indeed. Chronic stress is associated with many physiologic changes in our body and our mind. Our adrenaline or epinephrine levels go up, our heart rate, blood pressure, blood sugar go up. And so ways that we can reduce chronic stress are very important to recognize. And my approach is through a very simple daily practice called GAIN. GAIN is an acronym for what I think are the four pillars of happiness, and they are gratitude, acceptance, intention, and non-judgment. And although our minds tend to have a negativity bias, we tend to remember the negative and let go of the positive, and we also have a hard time being present, and that's really where happiness lives. So the good news is we have neuroplasticity, and through practice we can change the way our minds work.
Okay, and for someone who maybe is just maybe getting into mindfulness, and that sounds so beyond their scope of reach, tell us some easy ways to put that into effect.
I think that a very simple daily practice of as little as 3 minutes during which we focus on gratitude. Gratitude is central to happiness. We know this. People can be poor and happy or physically challenged and happy, but you'll never see somebody who's happy and ungrateful. So just a brief 30 to 60-second period of recognizing and embracing that for which we're grateful. Accepting things that may be painful that we can't change, just opening our heart to it often makes it much better. Living with purpose or intention to rewire our brains. Again, sitting for 3 minutes and contemplating our gratitude, acceptance, our intention, and then finally dropping all the judgments that our brains are constantly making. And unfortunately, due to our negativity bias, self-judgment is one of our specialties. So the good news is that we do have neuroplasticity. Through a simple 3-minute contemplation practice of GAIN, we can rewire our brains and be more happy.
Okay, gratitude, acceptance, intention, and non-judgment. You have this book, Gain Without Pain. It says it's a handbook for healthcare professionals. Would this be beneficial for non-healthcare professionals as well?
Absolutely. I started writing the book to target the growing prevalence of burnout amongst healthcare professionals, but in fact, the same principles apply to all of us. So I think your general listenership would be quite well off taking a look.
I think in the great resignation we're seeing right now, a lot of people could benefit from anything to avoid burnout. Dr. Greg Hammer, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Alyssa, anytime.
Take care.